Now all this time we were dragging and dropping the medias to the timeline. I was showing all the steps through drag and drop. But what if you need to use a keyboard shortcut for dropping your medias to the timeline? So you may like to use a keyboard shortcut. That's very easy and interesting to use it as you move with your editing work. You can use different keyboard shortcuts, and different keyboard shortcuts has got its own use. So the first one is E. If you use keyboard shortcut E, I'm selecting this clip. You can see the yellow border, and if I press E, this clip will go and append to the end of the timeline. So to see the end of the timeline, I'm going to minimize this timeline, and now I'm going to select on this clip and I'm going to hit on E, and notice that this clip will append to the end of the timeline. Okay, I'm selecting this and I'm going to hit on E. You see that the clip has come here. This was the clip. Similarly, you can select a portion of the video and then select E so that it will append to the end of the timeline. I hope you understand that. And the same thing can be done through this button. The button over here, this button is used for appending your videos or medias to the timeline, to the end of the timeline. So I'm going to select this video completely. I'm going to hit on this button over here. You see that the video has come up at the end of the timeline. Now we are moving to the next key, that is W. W as in window. The keyboard shortcut E, we have seen that the media will be placed at the end of the timeline. But W will help you to insert within the timeline. That's the difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and decide to place a clip. Say for example this clip. I decide to place it somewhere here. So I place my playhead over the place where I want. Okay, I decided to be placed here. I make sure that the clip will come just before the selected clip. So first thing is to make sure where you want the clip to be inserted. I decided by placing the playhead. Okay, now I select this clip and then just press on W, so the clip got inserted just before the selection. Do you see that? So this is another interesting keyboard shortcut. You can maybe select a portion and then you can decide where you want, place your playhead and select the portion and then press on W so the clip will be inserted. And the same thing can be done through this button also. You can simply click on this button to insert a clip within the timeline. And next keyboard shortcut is Q. Q is used to insert a clip from the browser as a connected clip to the primary storyline. Now I'm going to show you that if I wanted this clip, this complete clip, to be inserted as a connected clip, I can use Q. Let's see that. So first I need to make sure where I need it. Say for example, if I need the clip to come over the top of this place, I need to make sure the playhead is residing there. Then select the clip and then click on Q. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to hit on Q. Alright, the clip has come as a connected clip above the storyline. I'm going to Command Z and I will show you with this button how this is going to happen. So I select the clip and then if I hit on the first button, it will add as a connected clip. So that's keyboard shortcut Q for inserting a clip as a connected clip. I'm going to Command Z again because I do not need it. And a final interesting key, that is Option W. What does this keyboard shortcut do? This will create a gap in between the timeline. Say for example, if I need to insert a gap, why do I need a gap first of all? Say for example, if I'm going to get a media tomorrow from the client and they say I will send it tomorrow and they said that it will be of 10 seconds. So what you can do, you are making the video but you are sure that the media that is going to get tomorrow will come over here. So you may need to place a gap of 10 seconds here. In that case, you need to press on Option W, so there is a gap generated, and you can adjust the gap at your own desired duration. You can decide it. Okay, now you have seen a gap is inserted just after this clip. So this is called a gap clip. In the industry standard, this is called as a slug or a blank. And some editors, instead of creating a blank clip, they create a placeholder clip, which let others know that something is going to come here. What do? I'm going to delete this and then press Command Option W. In that case, it is added as a placeholder. You can see an image over here. If you play around, you see that something is missing, but there is something going to come. That's what the announcement to the audience or to the people who review your video. So just after this, I have inserted a placeholder clip, which means that something is going to come and replace this dummy piece. So that is placeholder clip. So you can either use a blank or a placeholder clip according to your need. The keyboard shortcut is Option W or Option Command W.